Thanks,
So,
Anderson.
ahead of Hillary Clinton in New Hampshire, according to this latest CNN ORC poll, quite a contrast from just 5 months ago when Sanders had, I think, 8% of likely Democratic voters in the state. What do you think is happening? What are you hearing from the crowds, from the people who are coming out to see your candidate?
Look, Anderson, if I had told you 4 months ago that Bernie Sanders would be ahead in New Hampshire, you would have laughed, right? This weekend we had 70,000 people combined at 3 different rallies on the West Coast. What's happening is people responding to Bernie's message. They can't afford the high cost of college education. They see the growing gap between the rich and the poor. They see stagnant wages. And Bernie Sanders speaks to what they feel in their daily lives. And that's what's happening in this campaign. People are responding to that.
One of our earlier guests, the reporter from New Hampshire, was saying that, and many people sort of see it as a protest rally, that they don't necessarily think, and you look at the poll numbers, they also show that while people support Sanders, they still think that Clinton will ultimately secure the nomination. How big of a problem is that for Sanders?
Look, we're going to keep talking about the issues that are important to people. Polls will go up and down. Hundreds of thousands of people have sent money to Bernie Sanders. They're not doing that because they're protesting. They're doing that because they want real change in the United States. And he embodies that, and that's what they're responding to. So people from the beginning of this campaign have found reasons to say why he can't win, why he'll never, break through. He's cut Hillary Clinton's lead in half in Iowa. He's ahead now in New Hampshire. We've seen polls in other places. Oregon, he's 4 points back. So this is a campaign on the move because it's a campaign about issues.
So you don't feel you have to kind of address that directly, that idea that he won't be able to actually get to the White House. You feel that just by focusing on the same issues he's been focusing on, people will start to come around.
Well, they certainly will come around. And in addition to that, I would point out there's been a number of polls done, some by Quinnipiac in some battleground states that show that he does as well, or in some cases better, than Secretary Clinton against Republicans. So we're confident that once he has the nomination that he will be able to secure the White House. And the excitement that he is bringing to this campaign is going to help elect Democrats up and down the ballot.
There are others who have been comparing your candidate in some ways to Donald Trump, both saying they're kind of non-establishment candidates. Obviously, Senator Sanders has had a long time in Washington. Others compared him to Howard Dean and the kind of enthusiasm that Dean once brought to it. What do you make of both those comparisons?
Well, I think they're flawed. I've worked with Bernie Sanders off and on for 30 years, and people see a man of conviction who is talking about the real economic hurt that they're feeling, and they're responding to him, Anderson. That's what's happening here. So he's not a reality show star. This is the real deal, who's speaking to the hurt that American families are feeling.
What do you make of the rumblings that Vice President Biden might enter the race? How concerned would your campaign be that Biden would take votes away from Sanders?
Well, it's not a question of who's taking votes away from whom. The voters will decide which candidate they feel is best able to address the issues that they're concerned about, and we're pretty confident that that's going to be Bernie Sanders, regardless of who's in the race.
You got to say, it would obviously be more competition.
Well, it obviously would change the dynamics of the race. I'm not sure I would describe it in that way.